Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Tasteful Tuesday. Going to give you guys a chance to come in so we can discuss. And today is Tasteful Topics Tuesday, and this is our first live on this subject. And welcome all. I appreciate you guys for joining me today. Thank you so much. And when you come in, if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, comment, like, and share for me. And also, let's discuss something, guys. Um, also, make sure you subscribe to my husband's YouTube channel, True Hicks. That's TruHicks Hicks. Okay, guys. So, I was sitting here thinking, like, what, Dionne, what could you talk about today for your first time doing Tasteful Topics Tuesday? And the reason why it says tasteful because we all can have our opinions and everything. We're just going to make sure to be respectful in the comments, and if not, that's on you. Um, so I was thinking, and this live might be all over the place, but just sometimes I just be wondering about stuff. So yeah, so my question for today is, what is imagination? And I was sitting here thinking about, how we have the holidays coming up, like Christmas, and we just had Thanksgiving, right? So we have Christmas, and then we have New Year's, then we have Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day and Easter and things of that nature. And you notice for some holidays, I'm not sure for all, but I know for some holidays, such as Christmas, we have the Santa Claus. For Valentine's Day, you got Cupid. For St. Patrick's Day, it's a leprechaun. For Easter, it's the Easter bunny, an animal going around giving away eggs. Then also you got I'm not sure what's Thanksgiving. If it to me because I feel like those holidays, I feel like that's kind of like a mascot. Like when I really think about it, like Santa Claus is the mascot for Christmas. Um, you got the Easter Bunny is the mascot for Easter. Cupid is the mascot for Valentine's Day. The leprechaun is the mascot for 4th of July. I mean, not 4th of July for leprechaun. What is it? What did I say it was? What's the green thing? St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day. Um, and I never knew, or I never looked into why they call it St. Patrick's Day. Is that a person? Is that like somebody's last name? Is somebody named St. Patrick? Is it Mr. St. Patrick, or is the leprechaun named St. Patrick, or does it supposed to say Happy St. Pat? Where does St. Patrick's come from when it says St. Patrick's Day? Like I said, I'm not sure what the mascot is for um, Thanksgiving. I do know when I was growing up, probably in elementary school, we used to do stuff with, like, I guess the turkey is the mascot for Thanksgiving, or the Pilgrims, Indians. Hi, True Hicks. Thanks for joining in. Hi, Lola. How you doing? Hi, TikTok lover. And so I was just wondering, like, that's that's someone's imagination. Whoever figured to put Santa Claus for Christmas, for whoever decided to put a tall bunny, and the Easter bunny, is that supposed to be a human? Is that supposed to be like half man, half animal? Because whenever you see the Easter bunny, he got a bow tie on, right? And sometimes he got pants with suspenders, and he hopping around giving out Easter eggs. The tooth fairy. I'm not too sure what the tooth fairy look like. I just know I guess it's supposed to be female. Um, and Cupid, you always, well, I've seen Cupid be a little baby, a little child or whatever. I'm doing good, Lola. Thanks for asking. How are you doing today? So Tasteful Topics Tuesday. I just wanted to, we could just have random discussion about different topics, but I just wanted to go in detail about what is imagination. I'm glad you're doing good. Glad you're having a good day. So, and it just makes me think about, like, whenever they talk about certain holidays and they got these symbols, does it is that why some people might not believe in like certain religions or certain things, certain stories of the Bible? I'm not one. I don't know too many stories about the Bible, but I do know right from wrong. And I wonder like how when they said certain things that happened back in the day or whatever. Just like for instance, when you think about, I guess what is it, zoology or mythology? Not zoology, that's like with the zoo, but astrology or whatever. You got Zeus and um, those type of people. That. So where does all that come from? Like who made all that stuff up? Just like who made up the Easter Bunny? Who made up Santa Claus? Who made up Cupid? Who made up the leprechaun for St. Patrick's Day? And it just makes me wonder, like people really like use their imagination and people like bought it and stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like everything has a story to it. Like with the leprechaun, I guess you find a pot of gold, but with St. Patrick's Day, what I don't even know what St. Patrick's Day mean, to be honest with you guys. I just know people wear green. And I think you can't get pinched or something. But what does that come about for you to wear green and leprechaun is associated with it? I'm just questioning it. I'm questioning whoever thought about Cupid and whoever thought about it's supposed to be a little baby with a sash on with a Cupid, for love. Um, yeah. So, what do you guys think? What do you think about what I'm saying or what I'm talking about? And it just, I wonder if that's why some people have certain beliefs and some don't. Um, like who comes up with certain rules? Who comes up with this and people just like believe in it, and with imagination, I think so many people have somewhat lost touch of having imagination. Like I was saying last night about a movie I saw that we're going to talk about next week about how now they making these AI robots and just how people kind of using their mind, but then they're not using their mind because you got all this AI stuff that's like doing the thinking for you. You know what I mean? And it's you got to be careful what you. I feel like you got to be careful what you ask AI because whoever made this AI stuff that's doing the thinking for you is thinking about stuff in the future, like how the world gonna be, not like right now. It's programming people's minds to for that. And like I said, I feel like if they keep putting all these movies out and things of that nature and keep coming up with these robots and these self-driving cars and flying cars, that's what's gonna eliminate the human race. Just my opinion. Because I wouldn't be surprised if it's gonna start being that people gonna start marrying robots and stuff like that and being in relationships with robots and not actually being in a relationship with a real person. Um, because like you never really see too many love story movies and things out now. Everything is about violence. Everything is about somebody, man abusing woman or woman abusing man, or it's violent. You don't see too many like true love stories and love movies anymore or series about that, like commitment, people having morals, values, and stuff like that. So I feel like all this bad stuff that they putting out here in the world is just programming people's minds for how the future gonna be to slowly but surely eliminate the human race. That's just what my opinion is. Um, oh, thank you, Lola, for saying I'm pretty. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, so True is gonna come in and discuss about imagination. Um, so do you guys think when people what is it manifest when people like do vision boards and when they manifest, do you feel like they're using their imagination? And do you feel that when people use their imagination, it actually pushes them to do better, to be a better person? Um, because you're speaking of stuff that's not yet true. You're speaking of stuff that's in the future. So we know that the Easter Bunny is not true or real. We know about Santa Claus is not real. it's like Santa Claus is parents, but it's an illusion of a man from the North Pole that ride around with reindeers in the sky and go across the whole world and give people presents. But if that's the case, if it was real for Santa Claus to be that way, it wouldn't be no hunger in other parts of the world. It wouldn't be no poverty and stuff like that. You notice, I've noticed, like in the most recent years, I don't even see commercials anymore about people in poverty. You remember how they used to have the little commercials where people was like in those areas of the world where they didn't have no clean water, they didn't have no clothes, the kids was looking real sick, they was starving. You don't even see those type of commercials anymore for people offering help with that. What happened to those people? Like, did that area get fixed? Did they is that non-existent, or does that still exist because you don't see it anymore? And was that something that they was just pushing in our face for, to be like, oh, it's people to get money from people? Oh, you know. So that's just making me think too. Um, but yeah, guys. So like with imagination, I feel like some people have faith in certain things. Um, I feel like by the way they have, say for instance, like, let's go back to Christmas because Christmas is coming up. It's so many people who little children think it's a Santa Claus, and oh, you got to be good or Santa Claus not gonna come see you. Writing up to Santa Claus, make Santa Claus milk and cookies. Why does it have to be that people got to tell their kids, oh, if you don't be good, Santa Claus not going to come see you? Like, that's a form of structure or trying to parent. No, you got to be good all the time. Why not just have your kids bake cookies? Like, let them know that you giving to them all year round. Why is it just for Christmas time you want your kids to be good and have that illusion in their head that, oh, since I know Santa Claus coming and I see all these great commercials and things, toys and games, and I want to get them, and then when they don't get them because the parents know they really can't afford it, then the kids is disappointed. And it's like you're setting them up for disappointment in a way, you know. Um, so what do you guys think? I know I'm just kind of rambling all over the place, but I was just sitting up there just thinking about how, you know, just with the themes of certain holidays that we have and stuff that's make believe, and then it makes me wonder: is that why some people don't believe in certain religions or believe in certain truths or believe in certain things about how humans came about, or how they try to say some people come from monkeys and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Just like you have the Marvel comics and you got them, whoever wrote the Marvel comics, like, has a good imagination, but it's all showing humans being warped into, um not so much as something good, because you got Wolverine, he half man and half animal. You know what I mean? So it's like people like start thinking that they can be a Wolverine, and that might be where bestiality and stuff come from, you know? Um you got some of them that have just these different powers, and you know um and I think that's what's making some people think that they have the power to control the world. That's like really, really, really rich people. And I think it's a thing as being rich and wealthy and being too wealthy, because you feel like you can just do anything and just mess up. Like, it's like some people I feel that's like extremely wealthy, they feel like they playing God, and they're trying to change something that's not really, that doesn't supposed to be changed, is what I'm saying. So, yeah. So I feel like if a person right now was to come out and make, say if it was a holiday every month, because I don't even know what the mascot is for New Year's. I just know fireworks. That's it. So let's say for instance, if March, let me see, what could be like a holiday for March, you know? Um, because you got Christmas, Thanksgiving. Let me see, what could be a holiday for March? And somebody can be like, oh, we're going to make March this day a holiday. And the holiday, we're going to have this as the mascot for it. And people going to start following and buying it. Oh, no, that's the thing. Like, um, when it comes to that, if somebody really dig deep and like really wanted to use their imagination to control people, they can. And as we see, they already have. Now, I'm not knocking people that want to like um, decorate and do certain things for the holidays because I do it sometimes, and I have done it in the past. But it's just certain things that just make me think about how certain stuff is like just control, just like especially like with the holidays. A lot of times people want to get with their family during the holidays. Why not any other time? Why isn't it that other times family want to get together? It's like we as family we can have parties, and when it's the holiday we'll invite everybody, but when we have everything else throughout the year we don't invite everybody in the family that we invited to the holiday party. Why is that? Why is that? To me, that's like kind of fake and phony in a way. Um, Trying to think. It's just I was just sitting thinking. I was like, wow, and that makes me wonder: is that why so many people question certain things in life because of imagination and what's real and what's not real? And where is it that as children, like even with me, for instance, when my daughter was little, I used to say it was a Santa Claus. Not really sitting up here thinking, Dionne, you telling your daughter about something that's not real. The parents of Santa Claus. And it used to be kind of strange to me when I met people and they was like, they don't celebrate Christmas. And I was like, you don't celebrate Christmas. And it's kind of one of those things where it puts you in that box where you judging a person. Oh, they don't celebrate Christmas. So it kind of make you look at them like, dad, you taking the fun out of your children's childhood, but you're really not. But that is what I used to think at first, because it was odd to me, to be honest. The first time I ever heard somebody say they don't celebrate Christmas, I was like, what? And you got children and you don't celebrate Christmas? you know I don't think growing up, when I was in school or anything, I don't think I ever knew of anyone that didn't celebrate Christmas. I only found that out as an adult, that there was some people who don't celebrate Christmas. um just like, say for instance, when Halloween came around, I used to do trick-or-treating when I was younger, and when my daughter was younger I used to take her trick-or-treating. But then um it was a point in my life where it was like, oh, people don't trick or treat, they go to church. And when they go to church, you get cookies and candy, and they might have like food for you there, and you play games, you know. Um, so it had one of those things too where it made kids feel like, oh dang, I can't go trick or treating, but other kids gonna be talking about trick or treating at school the next day. Or like some schools, like in your classroom, you might have little Halloween parties and um, stuff like that. Or they can't participate. Like other little kids might can wear their little costume to class, but yours can't. And they make kids feel bad. Or some kids might get picked on because they wasn't, couldn't go trick or treat. Just like for Valentine's Day, I remember when I was in school, we used to have the little thing for Valentine's Day where you can bring your little classmates a lollipop with a card and stuff. What about parents who don't believe in none of those holidays and don't allow their children to participate? It's one of the things like, dang, your parents don't let you have no fun. And then the kid might be like, dang, my parents, they boring. They don't want me to have no fun. So it just seemed like certain stuff can be controlled by somebody using their imagination, and then what people feel like their belief is. And sometimes people can really, really go deep, because some people call them, I don't know if I can say this word, pagan holidays or whatever and stuff like that. So yeah. Hi, Karen Ken, how are you? How you doing? Canary. I say Karen Ken. Hey Canary, how you doing? If you just joined in the live, just talk about imagination, just just rambling, not rambling, but just discussing just different things. And I was talking about what is imagination, and just saying how for certain holidays I feel like people have high you know mascots and things like Santa Claus is for Christmas, St. Patrick's Day is the leprechaun, and Valentine's Day is Cupid, and Easter is the Easter Bunny. When Easter is religion, and so is Christmas. You know, um, one thing I can say when it comes to religion, um, if it's something that's going to keep people being respectful and treating people good, the greater man and having respect, you can't knock it. Let me see somehow to add. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm looking up something. You guys can comment, put in the comments if you want to talk about certain things. TikTok lovers said parents that are strict should just homeschool their kids. Yeah, that's a good thing too. And then so you feel like parents that are strict should homeschool their kids as far as what do you mean by strict as far as not letting them participate in like activities at school when it comes to holidays? Is that what you're talking about? Let me see, y'all. Guess y'all just give me 1 second. I'm trying to see how to do this. I've done it before, but it's been a minute. Gotta take my glasses off. All right, let me see how I can do this, guys. Give me one moment because I'm trying to get someone to join my live with me. If it goes out, we'll get it better. I don't think this is right. Let me see because I've done this before. Let me see if I'm still here.
I gotta open the panel.
Is it open? I've done this before. It's not right. What's this? Okay, copy link. No, that's not right.
Oh, to the link.
Okay, I gotta send you the link. So let me send it to you. Hold on, guys. I hope I didn't mess up. It's not working. Give me 1 second. Did you get the link?
Yeah, I'll be on them.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna have a guest, guys, and we're gonna talk about imagination more. And let me get this from off my face like that. My shirt I got stains because I just. Okay, so let me see here. What does it say? Okay, TikTok lover said, if they don't believe in any holidays, as kids get older, they start to realize that Santa is their parents. That's true. So you feel that if parents don't believe in holidays, then they shouldn't let their kids. They should homeschool their kids. Is that what you're saying? Um, I feel like if I knew then what I knew now, I would have homeschooled my daughter when she was in school because some kids, yeah. Hello, Sharice Brewster. How are you doing? Thank you for joining in the live. I appreciate you. We're talking about imagination. I was discussing about like Christmas and Easter and St. Patrick's Day, how each one to me, I feel like it's a mascot. Like with Easter, it's the Easter Bunny. Valentine's Day is Cupid. Christmas is Santa Claus. Um, because that's what people talk about the most is Santa Claus during the Christmas holiday. That's what Santa Claus. That's it. They really don't talk about like the true meaning of Christmas. It's just all about Santa Claus. And then you give people presents, but you can give people presents. It doesn't have to just be on Christmas. You can just be anytime that if it's somebody, a loved one or a friend or someone you're close with, if you want to just give them some, just do it. Why does it have to be during Christmas? And also, just with imagination, like I was just saying, is that why some people don't believe in certain religions or believe in certain practices or certain things because they feel like certain things is made up. Just like how we was taught, about Christmas with Santa Claus. That's make believe, that's made up. And then I was talking about what is it? When I was saying, let me see, let me go back. What is it? Is it when you talk about stuff like, say for instance, Zeus and Apollo, right? Zeus is mythology. So you got Zeus, you got Apollo. Where did that come from? Does anyone know where that type of stuff comes from? And is that true? Is this like something that someone wrote down, or something that's like where did that come from? Um, And when it says it's like, I'm looking here, it said there are 12 Roman gods, right? So it says the Roman gods are Jupiter, Juno, Mars, Mercury, Neptune, Venus, Apollo, Diana, Minerva, I think I'm saying that right, Cerberus, Vulcan, and Vesta. Is that like supposed to be like, for instance, if they trying to compare it to the picture of the Last Supper? Parents could also tell their children that they are Santa so they won't be lying. Like, just tell their kids from the beginning who gets them presents. Just don't tell the other kids. Well, yeah, because some kids might go to school and tell their friends, oh, it ain't no Santa, you know. But again, children can use people going to use their imagination, just like they got the elf on the shelf. This is clearly a Barbie doll, but it's a boy one. And they just got, people do stuff around their house to make their kids think, oh, it's a real elf on the shelf, like it's a real doll person around here doing stuff to the house while you sleep, you know. So yeah, like what's the true story? What's the true meaning of elf on the shelf? Where did it come from? Elf on the shelf. Like, where did it come from? Let me just see what elf on the shelf. What's the meaning behind it? It's a Christmas tradition that started in 2005 from a children's picture book. So that's where Elf on the Shelf come from. Okay. You never understood Elf on the Shelf either. Yeah, this I didn't know anything about it till this one girl was telling me that worked with me. She was telling me she was doing Elf on the Shelf for her boyfriend. She was doing all kind of stuff, and I'm when she was doing his Elf on the Shelf, I think every day she had a gift for him. Yep, an adult, and she was doing it for him. Let me just see what it says. The Elf on the Shelf, a Christmas edition. It's every time I try to click on it, it's coming up with kids and stories. Um, and the thing about it, it said the rules are the most important. Don't touch your elf, or they will lose their magic. Right? The elf can't talk, but they are great listeners. That's what I'm saying. So how we know they ain't programming this? See, people need to like. I'm just reading this. People really need to pay attention to what's going on because it's saying you don't touch it when you put it wherever people position it in the house. They could position it anywhere. How you know elf on the shelf? This a ledge or whatever. But how you know elf on the shelf ain't a voyeur? How you know ain't no camera in this little elf that people positioning all over their house, setting up little stuff? Because it says clearly that it can't talk, but it's a great listener. That's not. What is it listening for? What is it listening to? Elves must return to the North Pole on Christmas Eve to help Santa prepare for Christmas the next day. So when people putting these little elves out and they kids thinking that they doing it, and then it's like, where the elf go? You know what I mean? Like you got to put this Barbie doll back up and hide it from your children, then you bring it back out the next year. I don't know, y'all. Let me see what is Elf on the Shelf about. Okay, it says the book tells the story of a scout elf who hides in people's homes to watch over events. Once everyone goes to bed, the scout elf flies back to the North Pole to report to Santa the activities, good and bad, that have taken place throughout the day. So who is Santa supposed to really be if you got this little person come spying on seeing what people got going on in their house? And to go back to the North Pole and report the activities, good and bad, and take it to Santa. Y'all, that's deep, ain't it? That's real deep. And let's see, what's the message behind Elf of the Shelf? Elf is about promoting kindness, staying upbeat, valuing others, and knowing that it's never too late to get removed from the naughty list. Santa says Walter lost sight of what's important in life, but that doesn't mean people can't find their way again. So you got a Barbie doll that's people are instilling in their children for that's how you got to be good to people. Barbie doll, that's not even real. Just like with these robots they making, all these movies they making about AI and smart homes and these robots. Just like with the doll, Elf on the Shelf is a Barbie doll. Robot Barbie doll trying to control again. They using Elf on the Shelf to control for kids to be good. Saying that it don't talk back, but it listens. So they making these robots trying to make them into people. I'm just saying. After a while, I'm just saying. You never know. They might start having these little Elf on the Shelf as little robots doing the little things and setting them up for Christmas. Somebody gonna probably do that if they haven't already. And if the child touches the elf on the shelf, the elf loses its magic. And what magic does that supposed to personally? What magic does that supposed to be? Um, TikTok lover said people just making up stuff because they bored. Yeah, but make up good stuff though. Make up good stuff. And I'm thinking that, a lot of stuff in life is like an illusion, but it's just blocking out so much stuff. I just feel like when people go to false, false things, it's just teaching. Um, I'm trying to see how I can say this. It's not teaching about being honest from the beginning. It's teaching parents to fib. It's teaching parents to it's kind of um like TikTok lover said, why can't parents just tell the kids that during Christmas time, even if you're supposed to be good, look, you're supposed to be good. You're supposed to do chores around the house. You're supposed to be respectful. You're supposed to be kind. You're supposed to be mindful to your parents because they're taking care of you. Um, and I guess Christmas time it can be presented to them differently than just you got to be good or Santa Claus won't bring you no gifts. You know what I mean? TikTok lover said, "Who came up with Christmas anyway?" I don't know. Let me look up. Let me look that up. Yeah, why can't people just live? I know because it be sad because sometimes some people can't afford to get their kids Christmas stuff, and they might be some children might be thinking like, "Dang, I wish I stayed with such and such. I wish such and such as my parent or I wish I could have this," and it kind of defeats the children in a way. You know what I mean? Because it's like, dang, I might can't get all these wonderful Christmas gifts that other kids get, or I might can't get all these nice clothes that somebody else get. Just like when the new video games come out, it'd be so many people sitting up here buying these consoles and then they'll sell them for triple the price, and parents will really go out here and get it. And it's like, for what though? For what? All that money you spent on that console, you could have been spending. You could have spent that on something else for your child. Because all this console is gonna do is just have them distracted all day, playing the game, playing the game, playing the game, playing. And it's like wow, because it's like people don't even have. It's like not saying it like this, but in a way, I kind of am saying it like this. If you think about it, sometimes video games can be a distraction from children learning because if a child can sit up here and play games, just like for instance, you got Twitch and you got these other streaming platforms and people can play games and some people really like to watch stuff like that. They can make money out there. They might feel like, hey, I ain't gotta learn in school. School. What? You think I'm gonna pick up a book and read something that they claim is history, but that ain't even true? Nah, I'm gonna play this game and I'll make money like that. Um, Let me see. Uh, so where did Christmas come from? Where did Christmas come from? Let's see. That's a good question. TikTok lover. I, we ain't gonna say who invented Christmas, right? Where did Christmas come from? And you know what? Another thing too with Christmas, like even with Thanksgiving, it's like so many people who they got toys for tots and food drives. Why not do that all the time? Why not do that all the time? Help people with stuff like that all the time. Like help children and families with those type of things all the time. You know what I mean? Where did Christmas come from? Okay, so I hope I don't say the wrong words or anything. It says the origins of Christmas stem from. Now I'm looking up Google, so I'm gonna read different topics. Hey, good evening. How you doing? Thanks for joining the live. You joining in the live. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys, and comment. We just talk about imagination and just different things. We all over with it, but we still on topic. It says the origins of Christmas stem from both the pagan and Roman cultures. The Romans actually celebrated two holidays in the month of December. The first was, see, when they started having these names, Saturnalia. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Which was a 2-week festival honoring their god of agriculture, Saturn. On December 25th, They celebrated the birth of Mithra, their sun god. That's like I was saying, like with that astrology, like with Zeus and Apollo and them, the 12 gods. Is that like has something to do with religion? Is that like related? Let me look up the word pagan because I be hearing people say pagan and I don't even know what that means. Pagan meaning. Let me look that up. And if I'm the only one that don't know what that means, okay, pagan, person who has no religious beliefs. A person who has no religious beliefs, a person who belongs to a modern religion that includes beliefs and activities that are not from any of the main religions of the world. For example, the worship of nature. They are trying to stop some pagans from doing a nature ceremony. Main religions of the world. What is main religions of the world? Let me look that up. What are the main religions of the world? Okay, these are the main religions of the world. Quote into Google. Christianity. It says Christianity is the world's largest religion with over 2 billion followers. Christianity is an, I don't know if I'm saying these words right, y'all, Abrahamic religion that teaches that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Islam, a mon, monotheistic theistic religion where Muslims believe that the Prophet Muhammad was the last and most perfect of God's messengers. Buddhism, a major religion with around 407 million followers worldwide. Buddhism originated in India about 2,500 years ago. 2,500 years ago, 2,500, I think. Hinduism, the third largest religion in the world with about 1.2 billion followers. Hinduism is the dominant religion in India, Nepal, and Mauritius. Judaism, wow, one of the world's oldest, I'm going to just say religions, founded in the Middle East over 3,500 years ago. Sikhism, a syncretic religion created in the 15th century by combining elements of Islam and Hinduism. Taoism, a religion that emphasizes inner peace and harmony with the virtues of compassion and moderation. And Confucian, Confucianism, some scholars consider Confucianism more of a social system than a religion, as it focuses on sharing wisdom about moral practices. Guys, three of them I've never heard of. And it's amazing to me, like, so you got Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, and the last three isms. What are they all supposed to be up under the same umbrella or something? Because of the ism on the end of it, and they all end with M. However, Christianity is the only that's one of the main religions is doesn't have an M on the end, and it doesn't have that or ism on it. And then they have up here the world's main religion, and that's a M main, MAIN, and all those other religions got the M on the end. Interesting. Very interesting. So Christianity is the main one. So to me, since it seems that Christianity is the main one, that everything else falls up under it. Like it seems to me maybe Christianity everyone pulls something from it and make it their own, make it a separate type of religion or practice. That's what I'm taking from it. I could be wrong. I don't know. That's just my thought by just reading it just now. It's amazing when you read stuff through Google, but you know Google is programmed by man too. So this can be just who I don't. And the thing about it, guys, when you put questions in Google, it said people also ask, um, do pagans believe in a God? Right? It says pagans understand to be manifest within nature and recognize divinity as taking many forms, finding expression in goddesses as well as gods. Goddess worship is central in paganism. And it got Western General Hospital. But who wrote it? They don't even tell you who wrote it, who the person, where this person come from, about them, where did they get it from. We just gonna take it, because it's in Google. And you can type anything in Google and some will come up and we'll read it and believe it. Like, seriously. Okay. So guys, let's get back to imagination. Do you guys think that okay, uh says she loved Alice says she loved all holidays. Okay. Um TikTok lover said least favorite holiday is Valentine's Day. You are always loved. Always remember that. Not just a day with some hearts and some like Valentine's Day. It's just chocolates, teddy bears, and balloons. That's what it is, really. Like if you really think about and roses. That's what Valentine's Day is. Oh, someone loves me because they bought me a box of chocolates. You can go to the grocery store and get your box of candy bars. You can go get your own flowers anytime you want to. You can go get you a balloon that says "I love you." So that's kind of what Valentine's Day is about, and it's wild how if someone doesn't get something for Valentine's Day, they feel like they not loved, and that's so not true. That's so not true. Or if a person is single, that they don't get anything for Valentine's Day, but you got people in relationships um, that get stuff for Valentine's Day. And some people that's in relationships don't get anything for Valentine's Day. And some people that's in relationships, they might get something for Valentine's Day, and the person they in relationship gave something to somebody else for Valentine's Day too. So just never feel like, oh, because it's Valentine's Day, you might not get something that you're not loved or you're not in a relationship. Never think that, because what's on the thing? It's just a bunch of chocolate, a bunch of balloons, and a bunch of roses. So a person gets somebody that one day and take them out to dinner, they're showing that they love them. How they treat them the rest of the year. Will you be my Valentine? What is a Valentine? I need to look that up. TikTok lover said she said they are surprised that Christianity is the number one religion. What is a Valentine? I'm gonna look that up. And you know what, guys? Me and my husband was talking. Another thing that's an imagination and that's an illusion is celebrities. They playing a character. Singers, athletes, actors, actresses. They playing a character. Cause I just saw this video. That guy, what is his name? Orlando Brown. I think that's his name. Or Bloom. Not Bloom, it's Brown. Him and his wife expecting a baby. He was up there acting just as normal. But then when he be on these interviews, he be acting silly and just saying stuff. But it was like a complete joke and how it's like not a complete 360. I feel like when he's doing those interviews and saying all this stuff about other people, things he did and what they did to him, he playing that character. But when he get home, he a different person, because that video, it didn't even look like, he didn't even look oily and sweaty like he looked normally when he doing those interviews. He wasn't all over the place. He was chilling with his wife, and she a pretty lady. I was like, wow, that I would have never thought if somebody was like that they the same person. I would have thought he had identical twin or something, or maybe really wouldn't even pay attention to his look because how his person, just how he acted. So I feel like now seeing that, it makes me be like, oh, he playing a character when he doing all this stuff to try to get these wild factors and stuff like that. Because when he does those interviews and certain things that he's done, like videos, you can tell he was heavily, I'm gonna say alleged, I guess, intoxicated or high or something. But when he was with her, that video they showed, talking about they expecting the child, totally different, totally different. Okay, what is a Valentine? Let's look that up, guys. A Valentine is a gift or oh, so what is the actual meaning of Valentine? The name Valentine's come from a Latin word meaning strength. There are many legends about it, but it's ultimately unclear how Valentine's Day became associated with the tradition of exchanging the affectionate gifts and love notes that we call Valentine's. I did not know that. So, Valentine is a Latin word that means strength, right? And it's many legends. And legends is what? What does legends mean? Legends meaning. All this is all about imagination, y'all. It all falls up under the umbrella. Legends meaning is a traditional story, sometimes popular, regarded as historical, but authenticated. Wow. Wow. So I wonder who was the first person. So since it's supposed to be about strength, who was the first person that came up with, oh, let's exchange affectionate gifts and love notes that we call Valentine's Day? Will you be my Valentine? So it's like, will you be my strength? Happy Strength Day. Let me give you a heart, a box of chocolate, something sweet, something that tastes good to the mouth. And I think chocolate's supposed to be like aphrodisiac or whatever. And let me give you something that tastes sweet. Let me give you my heart, this red heart. Roses. What's the meaning of roses? Okay, so this is what the different colors of roses mean. Roses have many meanings, including love, friendship, and political symbolism. When they talk about political symbolism, they talking about politics. What is they talking about? Okay. Red, the traditional Valentine's Day flower. Red symbolizes love, romance, passion, and beauty. Hmm. Pink can express Pink can express gratitude, admiration, femininity, and elegance. White symbolize purity, innocence, humility, and new beginnings. What makes where did that ever come from that white always symbolize purity? Where did that come from? Yellow symbolize friendship, joy, and gladness. Purple symbolize love at first sight, enchantment, and desire. Hmm. Black symbolize the end of a period, closure, and farewell. Now, see, that's crazy to me. I'm gonna go back to the black and white rose. Give me 1 second. Orange can symbolize life, energy, passion, and excitement. I would think that would be yellow because energy, the sun is yellow, or is the sun orange? It looked yellow to me from afar. And growing up in school, they all anytime you saw a sun, it was yellow, right? So it symbolized orange symbolized life, energy, passion, and excitement. I guess the energy in life is orange for vitamin C. That's the only reason why they would say that. But I'm thinking yellow would be life and energy because it's the sun. Lavender symbolizes enchantment, desire, and love at first sight. That's the same as purple. So lavender is just a lighter color purple, right? Blue symbolizes longing, sadness, and platonic relationship. So, okay, we finna talk about these roses, guys. Pink express gratitude, admiration, femininity, and elegance. To me, so you know the color pink is for girls, right? But you got blue, longing, sadness, and platonic relationship. But blue is like the color for men, for a male. Why couldn't they have it like since you got pink for femininity, blue could have been like masculine or something to symbolize the man, male or whatever. Excuse me. And if I didn't mean to do that, I did have some fresh onion on the pizza for dinner tonight, so that's why I might got a little. But that's okay though. Y'all my chat partners, we cool, we chilling, we talking, we vibing. So white rose symbolize purity, innocence, humility. And it sounds because it's humbleness, humble, but when it say humility, it I don't know why it sounds that way, but a new beginnings. New beginnings now. But the black rose symbolize the end of a period, closure, and farewell. So what if when I got married, if I wanted my wedding colors to be black and I had black roses, that's what it supposed to have meant. Like I don't understand why black rose gotta symbolize that closure and farewell. That just don't sound right to me. But you got the white one with purity, innocence, new beginnings, and black closure and farewell, well, end of a period. That's interesting to me. Very interesting to me. The number of roses given can also have a meaning. And whoever wrote this about the roses, that's their imagination because that's what they think. But I don't feel like that when if somebody gives somebody some roses, like, oh, they color me. No, thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. The outside the box, you know what you thinking is right. Don't believe in what you see, believe in what you hear. Now that the sun looks bright white. Oh wow, the sun looks bright white. I was asking my husband, I wondered, is the sun and the moon the same thing? I just wondered that. So the number of roses given can also have a meaning. Can also have a meaning. That don't mean it's true. One, a single rose can symbolize love at first sight or renewed love. Okay. Two roses can signify mutual affection. Three can mean I love you. Six can signal infatuation or desire. Nine can symbolize eternal love. 10 can mean perfection. Because I guess they said, Shorty, you were 10. And they saying if you were 10, then that's like you're perfect. Like 12 can say, be mine. 13 mean forever friends or a secret admirer. 15 can express remorse and apology. 13 can mean forever friend, secret admirer. So let me ask you guys this. You think a secret admirer is the same thing as a stalker? Do you think that a secret admirer is the same thing as a stalker? Hmm. Do you think that it's people out here who have desires of others? They just don't act on it? And do you think every person that's a couple, do you think it was more of, oh, I saw this girl and I thought she was beautiful and I wanted to get to know her and just have a life with her? Or I saw this girl and I'm obsessed with her. I got to make her mine. It's two different things. Do you think it's actually some people like that in the world that might actually see somebody and not so necessarily want to be with them and be in a relationship with them, to marry them, to have a family with them, but just that they so obsessed with that one person that they wanted to be in their life just to see what life would be like for them to be in a relationship, to see how they go about their day, to see how they cook, to see where they live at, what their house look like, what their conversation is, how they take a bath, and how they act as a person, like really be obsessed with somebody, not in the normal way. It might be people like that out here in the world that's in relationship with people, and they just really in the relationship with their person just to, like a nosy, just to be nosy, just to see. Oh, I see this bad chick, or I see this handsome dude. Oh, he fine. Look at him. He dressed nice. He this and this and this and that, and I'm a mess with him, and just not because you really like him or you want to, just want to see, just to see what type of person he is. Okay, So yeah, guys. So imagination, okay, with the Valentines and all those things. So we're going to go deeper now, and we're going to start looking up mythology. That's what I want to know. Like, where did that come from? Where did mythology come from? Mythology, a collection of myths, especially one belonging to a particular religion or cultural tradition. A book discussing Jewish and Christian mythologies. The study of myths. What is the meaning of mythology in one word? Gods and heroes of a particular people. That's what mythology is about. Gods. Let's look up the meaning of God. God. The supreme or ultimate reality, such as the being perfect in power, wisdom, and goodness, who is worshipped as in Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Judaism, as creator and ruler of the universe. Throughout the, I'm gonna just say medieval periods, Christian, I don't know what it is, taught that God created the universe. Okay, so the supreme or ultimate reality, the being perfect in power, wisdom, and goodness, who is one who is worshipped. Guys, let's go back. Let's circle back. And when I was saying, like, celebrities play a character, they're not real. Can you think of a person that's a celebrity that has the word God in their name? Charlemagne the God. And you notice that he's on the radio, right? He a made up person because his name, what is his name? Leonard McKelvey or something like that. That ain't even Charlemagne the God, ain't even his real name. He had a real good imagination to call himself the God, right? Where did it come from? Imagination. You can be whatever you want to be. And by him calling himself Charlemagne the God, I'm calling him a God. But he's not no God to me. But that's his name. So it's like by people saying his name, Charlemagne the God, even when they introduce him to Breakfast Club, Charlemagne the God, you're saying he's a God. Every time somebody says that name, they are calling him a God. And I guess he feel like he came up with that name because he see himself as one. And that's how everybody else is going to see him. Even though they might not see him that way, they subconsciously they are because they saying it. They calling him that instead of just calling him Charlemagne or Leonard or whatever his first name is. Um, I'm trying to think of anybody else. I don't know anybody else that's like a celebrity that goes by that name. Um, you got what is a Charlemagne? Okay, let me get into the comments. Let me get into the comments so we can talk. We having a discussion now. Okay. So TikTok lover said, "Wow, who knew the color of roses has meanings? I didn't know that either, but it don't have to. I wouldn't be like, oh, somebody gave me yellow roses. This mean this. Thank you for my yellow roses. Rose is pretty. Um. Okay. That's right. Celebrate yourself. Alice said, that's right. True. Celebrate yourself. Um. No, a secret admirer. A lot of guys on apps. A secret admirer is a secret admirer, but stalker is a criminal. Okay, thank you. Excuse me. TikTok lover said unpopular opinion, but calling a woman bad is not a compliment. So you don't think a person calling a woman bad is a compliment? Explain if you don't mind. Okay, so you already explained. Okay, I got ahead of myself. Like, why not call her beautiful? Okay, what is a Charlemagne? Where is God though, not the creator? Okay, read my comments. I got your TikTok lover. Thank you for putting me in my place. I read it, and so I see what you're saying. Why not call her beautiful? Because some people, because the new thing out is calling people baddies. That's the new thing. Calling people baddies. That's what's new now. People want to be a baddie or an Instagram model, whatever the heck that's supposed to be. Just a bunch of mascara, lashes, weave, just a bunch of just stuff that ain't even real, fake characters. People use their imagination. Um, but yeah, guys. So I was hoping I was gonna get a special guest in here with me today. It's getting kind of late. No, you didn't have to say sorry. You could have said, please read my comments. That's okay. Baddie sounds so immature. Yeah, it kind of does. But they got shows called Baddest, the Caribbean's Baddest East, Baddest West, and all that. And it's just a bunch of girls on there fighting and going at it. Um, so yeah, guys. So what else you guys want to talk about? Like, what's going on? Like, what else do y'all want to talk about? I was just trying to talk about, different things because so many people talking about all this negative stuff that's going in the world, They right now they keep throwing in our face things about Diddy, things about Jay-Z, things about that guy that unalived that CEO. And I was like, hold on, this dude was just 26 years old. That's interesting. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna have a special guest tomorrow when I go live. We'll be working out tomorrow, but I still probably go live later on after that, so we can talk and chop it up or whatever. But but yeah, guys, everything is illusion. Um, some people have vivid imaginations, like they really do. Like some people can actually, and that's the thing too. Our word is what we have. You can actually meet somebody right now, and they can completely tell you a totally different story about their life. Oh, I was an army brat. I lived here. I lived there. I did um what you call it when you missionary work over here, and I once did this and I once did that and I once did this, and you just like people can like really use their imagination for anything. And as we can see, people have used their imagination, and so many people have followed along. Take it Valentine's Day, Christmas, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, even with the 4th of July. What did they come with the 4th of July? It's the fireworks and people do a cookout. Let's look up what this 4th of July mean. What's the meaning of 4th of July? Why do we have the 4th of July holiday? That's a shame that I never participated in several holidays but never knew what the meanings were. Let's look up 4th of July. What does, I guess I'm going to say 4th of July mean? Okay, so the 4th of July, also known as Independence Day, but they had Will Smith, one of my favorite actors, go up in a spaceship and fight aliens for Independence Day, the movie. Celebrates the adoption of the Declaration of Independence by the Second Continental Congress on July 4th, 1776. The Declaration of Independence announced the separation of the 13 North American colonies from Great Britain and the birth of the United States of America. Hold on, hold on, hold on. So I didn't know this. That might have been why I got a D in history because I didn't know this. Um, and I actually, when I was in high school, I went to summer school only one time, and it was for history. That's probably why, because I didn't know this. Um, the separation of 13 North American colonies from Great Britain and the birth of the United States. Wait a minute. So does that mean that 13 American colonies from Great Britain is Great Britain in Paris? Wait a minute. Hold on. Where is Great Britain located? Let me see. Where is Great Britain? Wait, so if they were saying that, okay, birth of America was in 1776, but don't they be trying to say the slave ships came from Africa to America? Was that before 1776? Wait a minute, it's just too much. Great Britain is an island in North Atlantic Ocean, located off the northwest coast of continental Europe. So that's why they call people Europeans. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, when was let me look this up. Imagination. Because that's the thing too, guys. Like when they talk about slave ships, I never like okay, we heard of the Titanic. You know, it's supposed to be found that the Titanic went out in the ocean and hit an iceberg. And what happened to all those people, right? So I guess they got the Titanic or pieces of it at the bottom of the ocean, right? But with these slave ships that it's supposed to have happened years, a long, long time ago, I've never seen a washed up slave ship or a picture of one anywhere ever. Even in school, never. You always saw a drawing, but you never seen it. Just like you got dinosaurs, you can find a fossil of it. I'm sure if a slave ship can come from Africa or wherever it's supposed to came from, all the way over here, if it can withstand all of that and they can roll that long, because back then they had no motors and stuff. And how you have all those slaves on there and you had to feed them to get them over here for the work, right? Where you keep the food? What did you store the food in? What did the people that was on there eat? What would the bathrooms and stuff look like? So it's like if you had a ship to withstand all of that and several boats, somewhere, some would be washed up somewhere on an island somewhere. All these islands that's built around the world, you can't tell me that like we can go to the Bahamas, you can go to Tulum, you can go all these places, all these islands all over the world. So if these people were supposed to have been coming from Africa to here bringing slaves, a slave ship would be somewhere, I don't know, casted up on an island. That because I feel like those islands with those resorts came after the slave ships. So why nobody ever said, "Oh, we bought this land and made this resort in the middle of the water," but ain't nobody ever seen a slave ship? Or you mean to tell me every slave ship that's supposed to came over here, everybody survived? It was never one that was just found with a lot of corpses. I don't know. I'm just saying. But let me see. 13 North American colonies. Let me look that up. 13 North American colonies. And again, this is Google. So anybody could have wrote this. The 13 colonies were a group of settlements established by the British in North America in the 17th and 18th centuries. New Hampshire was founded in 1623 and 1629. Which one is it? What does it mean it was founded in 23 and 29? I don't I don't get that. Cause everything else has one year, but New Hampshire got two. Why does New Hampshire have 2 years? Why does New Hampshire have 1623 and 1629? You got Massachusetts founded in 1630. Okay. Maryland was founded in 1634. So a lot of these was around the 30s, huh? Okay. Connecticut was in 1636. Rhode Island was in 1636. New York and New Jersey was in 1664. Why they got to be together? Why can't they be separate when it's two separate states, right? Why they got them together? Even though it's the same year, you still should have had them, you know. Pennsylvania was in 1681. North Carolina and South Carolina, 1712. Georgia 1733, Delaware 1776, Virginia 1607, and New Jersey, one of the original 13 colonies. The 13 colonies were established for a variety of reasons, including economic opportunities, religious freedom, and political liberty. The colonies eventually pushed back against British rule and formed the United States, declaring independence. So they were saying that okay, so colonies became states, and they made it the United States. Is that what it is? That's what I'm getting from it. I could be wrong. Hey, babe, I could be wrong because so that's how the United States was formed. Let me look up the definition of colony. What is a colony? What is a colony? Is it like a group of land or something? A colony is a country or area under the full or partial political control of another country, typically a distant one. Did, I, did you know that the 13 colonies was New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Maryland, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Delaware, Virginia, and that's how they made the United States?
Yeah, the 13 colonies. Yeah.
But the United States got 50 states. No, it's 50 states in the world. Wait a minute, hold on.
You just gotta go deeper and deeper.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure it out. Wait, okay, we got 50 states
right
in North America. No.
Yeah.
Shit. This too much. I've been out of school for so long. Like I said, I failed history, so I did not know that. But let me get back to the slave stuff. Give me a second. When was the slave? Let me look this up. Ships. The transatlantic slave trade took place from the 1500s to the 1800s when slave ships transported millions of enslaved Africans from Africa to the Americas. The first one sailed in 1526. More active years was between 1700s and 1808. Around 12.5 million enslaved Africans were transported across the Atlantic. I still ain't never seen a slave ship. I'm sorry, I've never seen one. I've never even seen a documentary of someone finding one. And if it was that many Africans during that time that was sent, 12.5, how many ships was that? It has to be some type of people can really use their imaginations on a whole lot of stuff. So, that's just my thoughts. Wow. I done learned a lot today, and like I said, Google is written by me. So, what? How did you get on the topic about slave trades? Wait, how? Because I was talking. How did I get on the topic about slave trades? I think because I was talking about from Christmas to slave ships. Yeah, yeah, I went there because I think I was talking about I don't even remember. And I said so much. Let me see. Oh, because I think because I was talking about the meaning of God, and then I was talking about 4th of July. Like, why did we celebrate 4th of July? Like, where did that come from, and why is it incorporated with fireworks and cookouts? And so when it was saying the Declaration of Independence, that's how I went into that, and the Declaration of Independence, and I went um, and I looked up what does that mean, and then we came across the 13 colonies, and so I didn't know that that's how the United States was formed, and then we went from there, and then we went to then I started talking about the slaves because I'm like, how is it that this type of stuff supposed to happen that they made the 13 colonies, but they bought slaves over here. So that's how I got into that, and just loop back around, and all of that goes into imagination because that's what someone wrote and said, and we just followed by it. So that's how we got into the slave ships, and we was talking about Christmas. So yeah, so that's how we got into that's how we got into the slave trade. Because I feel like with that, with the boat part, that's like I feel like there's a lot of imagination that people be talking about. I mean, it could be true. I don't know. I wasn't living back then, so and plus, no one that was living back then has came and told me and showed me proof of anything. So I can only go by what we've been taught, what we've been told. But then sometimes just because somebody tell you something, I'm one of those people. I gotta ask questions, cause it gotta like make sense to me, especially if I don't know something. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I know anything, cause as we can clearly see, there's a lot of stuff I didn't know. I didn't know where Independence Day come from, Christmas and all that. I didn't know. Like I said, I'm sitting up here celebrating holidays. I don't even know what the meaning of them truly is, or where they even come about. Where did it come from? Like that's a lot of stuff. It's like even with life, just with anything, we just take it with a grain of salt just because somebody says something instead of like really like just doing our own research. And even when you do your own research, you still gotta have questions. And I just had questions about stuff. And that's why I would say like with my imagination, I'm sitting up here thinking about like the live started off. What is imagination? And it's not just this one thing, it's several. As we can see, all of this stuff that I was just talking about, the holidays, the slaves, and mythology, and all that kind of stuff. I had all of that stuff had to come from somebody's imagination because a lot of that stuff is not true. It's just not. It's not true. It's not true. Yeah, okay, they say it was slaves, but the slaves here. I personally, when I truly think about it, I'm like, it really gotta make sense to me that you brought all these people from way across the water to over here and everybody survived, even the workers. Like, what was the food, clothing, like what did they bake, all of this stuff from way back then, and you came over here, and how did you even know to come this way? What made you come from there to here? So I feel like some of that stuff might be true, but I feel like some of that is was made up by somebody's imagination. Just like several books and several things that people talk about when it comes to mythology, when it comes to the holidays and certain, like I said, mascots, is people imaginations, and we just follow through because somebody said it. Just like when they come up with these do 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 do. And I can play Mary Had a Little Lamb, and they like, oh, that's a new TikTok dance. Once everybody started doing it, people just following and believing it. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I mean. So that's what I'm talking about. So we just take it and we just believe it and we just do it. And I guess Christmas can be a good thing, but like I said, I mean, it's a time the holidays you want to spend time with your family. Let me look up what does holiday mean, because holiday, it's one of those things. Be coming to the end of the year. You want to make peace with a lot of stuff. You want to start the new year on a good note, and I'm gonna do this new year. Next year I'm gonna do this and this and that. Next year don't even exist. Christmas don't even exist yet because it ain't even got here yet. We know it's coming up. We think it's coming up. We hope it's coming up. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, why not do it now? Why not fix stuff now? Why not? Oh, let's come together. No, come together now. Why not? Let me look up what holiday means. And it's good that people can come together and okay, now on these 2 days at the end of the year, Christmas Eve and Christmas, like banks is closed and most companies is closed, certain stores is closed, a whole lot of things are closed on those holidays, and it's like, what? Who came up with? We gonna just close it on this day. People now went out here and spent all their money, and then they spending time with their family, but you don't got to go to work. Why can't it be like that more than just on Christmas? Why does it have to be when it's controlled or we gonna be closed? You don't have to come to work today. You can go spend your money on gifts or go spend time with your family. Why does it have to be like that? Why does it have to be like, oh, we're gonna have a Christmas party and give out Christmas bonuses and stuff? Why not give bonuses out all the time through every month at your job throughout the year, letting your employees know that you appreciate them, not just a check, But here go a little bonus, y'all. Here go extra couple of $100 just to, because you were what's keeping my company afloat. You was keeping me while I go by this yacht and this private plane, and I could take my family over to, uh, hell, I don't know, the Eiffel Tower and stay a month because of the work you're doing. So let me give you this bonus. As always, you get some for Christmas bonus, then you don't. Some people jobs don't get them none for Christmas bonus at all. It's like, well, they really show us what you think of us. Okay, let me look up the holiday meaning. Let's see what holiday means. Holiday, a day of festivity or recreation when no work is done. Hmm, that's what holiday means. A day of festivity or recreation when no work is done. Hmm. When no work is done. No work. Okay. That's what holiday means. A fest- Why can't it be all the time? Special religious days. Why do we call holiday? Most holidays are celebrated and fun, and just about all of them mean no work or school. You can also take a holiday or vacation. Holiday comes from holy and day, meaning a religious festival, and the word was even pronounced that way into the 16th century. So it used to be called something else, but they changed it. See? Okay. So you don't have to go to work and you don't have to go to school when it's a holiday. And they choose that for just about everybody around the world. Okay, so people that don't celebrate holidays, does that mean they still go to work? Does that mean they still go to school or they don't? You know, it says originally a day of dedication to religious observance. Okay, okay. So I guess you can look at it like holidays. You know, it goes. I guess it all forms around like with religion. People can be festive, so I guess that's where the Fourth of July come from because you cooking out, coming together, doing fireworks, having parties, festive, playing music. Christmas, same thing. Um, you know, people give gifts, spend time with families, no work or school for some. Um, you know, people go to church. One thing I want to do is sing Christmas carols. I always felt like that would be fun. People sing. Then you got the Easter bunny where people do Easter egg hunts and decorate and all that kind of stuff. And you got Cupid with the love, and so I guess that it's supposed to be a day to be to celebrate and stuff like that. But why can't it be like that all the time? Um, but again, all of this stuff is like somewhat some of it with the holidays is made up, and we know that that came from someone's imagination. And a lot of the stuff could be true as far as like Independence Day, what happened, with Christmas, what happened, with Easter, what happened, because I know Christmas um, and religion, is and with Easter, and both Christmas is like with religion, with certain religions, and I get that. And but however, they did put a rabbit, a man animal with a bow tie in it to throw people off. I guess and then they got the Santa Claus. So just that came from someone's imagination. So yeah, guys. So I enjoyed talking with you all tonight on Tasteful Topic Tuesday. You know, imagination. I use my imagination by just thinking of all this stuff and reading stuff, and I learned some things, and a lot of it I didn't know. But it just led to different stuff, and Sometimes when your mind get open, you start talking and thinking about different stuff. Um, so yeah, guys. So I really enjoyed you guys. Thank you everyone that joined in on the live. That commented. I'm gonna thank y'all personally. Thank True Hicks for commenting, joining the live. Thank Lolo. I appreciate you joining in. Thank you TikTok lover. Thank you Canary Ken. I appreciate you for joining in on the live and for commenting. Thank you Sharice Brewster, I appreciate you commenting on the live, joining in. Thank you, Alice Burrows. I appreciate you joining on the live, commenting. And everybody that did watch the live, I appreciate you all. Everybody that liked it, I appreciate you guys. And this was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself. And next week we're going to have some, different topics and different things we're going to talk about. And it's just good to just talk about different stuff, guys, because it's like when you turn on the internet, not just the internet, the TV and everything. All they want to talk about is Diddy and Jay Z and that guy that unalived that man, and all of that stuff is bad. Ain't none of that stuff good. They talk about like you keep showing this little young dude picture, but y'all giving him to. I mean, he whatever. We don't know why it happened, but I was like, for him to be 26 years old and he did that, like why and how? But I don't know, want to know why and how. He did a crime, so you know, yeah. And then they keep talking about Diddy and how he keep trying to get out of jail and just all the stuff he's done. I honestly feel like I don't know if he's done everything that people's claiming he has, but I'm sure some of it he has done. Because that video from what he did to Cassie, that was messed up. And then just like when you watched his reality shows back in the day and how he talked to that lady choreographer Lorianne, he was real. He used to be nasty to that woman, and he didn't talk to her nice. And the way he looked at her when he talked to her sometimes. It was like, yeah, you look like you, because it's a difference in when you talking to a man and he's like kind of trying to correct the woman, but when they got that look, like you would like it's just a look that they get. You shouldn't even have that look. That's some punk stuff, But either way, they keep talk about him, and now they talking about um some stuff with Jay Z, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, and his little family had the little Mufasa movie premiere, the little daughter, and it just so happened it came out with what he had going on. And I was like, wow, you just never know. Some of that stuff gonna come out if you do wrong, but that's all people talking about. So it's like prayers to the family, because if you ain't know nothing about it, that's kind of sad. But you got to put on this face and smile and stuff. And what people got to realize in life, at the end of the day, choices and decisions that you make affect your loved ones. So you got to think about the stuff that you do when they come out here and you moving in the world. Don't just think about yourself. And as people get older, you start to really realize what's important. And what's important is having a peace of mind and being happy. And you want to laugh and smile and love on the ones that love you. And the ones that don't show you love or act shady, just remove yourself from them and wish them well and keep it going. Because life is too precious to waste your energy and your madness and negativity on that stuff. So, what you have to do is live life, enjoy it, drink your water, get your rest, and just be happy, because you can't change anybody. Only thing you can change is yourself, and better yourself each and every day. Try to be a better version of yourself than you was an hour ago. That's it. That's it. Be humble, be kind, and treat people with respect the way you want to be treated. And yeah, guys, so thank you so much for each and every one of you that joined this live. I appreciate you all. Guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and also make sure you subscribe to my husband's YouTube channel, True Hicks. That's TruHicks Hicks. And I will get him to join in on some of the lives so we can have different discussions and everything. And don't forget, we still have some more to talk about. So today was Tasteful Topics Tuesday. Tomorrow is Workout Wednesday. So guys, just know we're gonna work out tomorrow. So get ready. Whenever we go live, we're gonna work out. I'm not gonna do it early in the morning. I was thinking about doing it in the morning, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do it, excuse me, in the afternoon later on once I'm done with work and everything. And once I got everything settled, we're gonna do us a workout. We're gonna work out together because yeah, we're gonna do some exercise because tomorrow is workout Wednesday. So just know whenever I go live, you guys just be ready to have your workout clothes on. Let me just see. Let me just come up with a time that we can work out together. Because I want to make sure I'm done with work and everything. And I'm settled and I'm decompressed. Um, Let me see. Let's shoot for because my bedtime's supposed to be 9. Let's shoot for 8 o'clock tomorrow. 8:15 ish. Just make sure you got your notification bells on and just be ready to have your workout stuff on. We're gonna do us some exercise, okay? Thursday is going to be Throwback Thursday. So we're going to be just talking about all things from the past, like music, movies, TV shows, what was trending. It could be certain electronics, it can be whatever. But Thursday is Throwback Thursday, okay? And Friday is going to be Fresh Face Friday, and that means we're going to be doing our facials together. We can do our skincare. You can, if guys, if you got beards or if you want to shave, whatever the case may be, ladies, we're gonna do. Even men, we're gonna do our skincare, wash our face, and just talk. And yeah, guys, you sounded took my me taking my nails off. Anyway, we're gonna do us some skincare. And Saturday is going to be Story Time Saturday. Okay, so we got Story Time Saturday coming up. I'm gonna be telling you guys about a story about myself, or it could be about somebody else. I'll let you guys try to decide if it's about me or somebody else, or just in general, or just talking about a story of things I've heard or whatever. And then don't forget Sunday is Soulful Sunday with smoothies and affirmations because we're gonna feed the soul on Sunday. So guys, we've been doing good this week. We and thank you all who has joined me Sunday, Monday, and today. And so we got the rest of the week, and we're gonna keep it going. All right, guys. So yeah. Who JFK? Can you do a few jumping jacks? I'm almost done. You almost done with working out? I mean, I might could do some jumping jacks tomorrow, but like I said, join in on the live tomorrow because tomorrow is Workout Wednesday. We will be working out. Now, if I'm going to do some jumping jacks, I'm not sure. It just depends on what type of exercise. We might do HIIT, we might do Zumba, um, we might do some floor exercises. It just depends. But check the live out tomorrow, JFK, and work out with us. And we're going to do some exercise to get these bodies right. Okay? All right. So, yeah. So, you guys have a great night. You all stay blessed and you all take care. Thank you all so much for watching. And I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Peace.